just manoeuvres his hands, stays leg side to allow him to hit with the spin. And the key was to find the gap, and he found that easily. The Sri Lankan support staff really like Asalanka. I think he's a very classy player and has the ability to go all the way. Certainly a future star.
Shout! No, says Adrian Holstock. 109 for 2.
Baby, we need growth.
I'll get it.
I'll get it.
The new Nissan Micra with CVT Auto.
Sure? Is it point?
One for 13 from 4. It's been good work by Lawrence. It's the skipper finishing off. Yeah, you're spot on, Lisa's Taleka. Height.
Lovely, Lars.
They have been doing a sort of job with the ball, really squeezing the Sri Lankans, minimising the singles and the loose balls.
Just timing it. It's impressive. It was a shot from Asalanka the previous over where he managed to get the ball through the gap and use his wrist to get it off to the fence. Similar sort of thing from the right-handed Avishka Fernando here. It's just a couple of runs, but in such control as Fernando, he becomes more important now. 65 from 60. And constantly the England side has to think, how do we get him out particularly, just so they can get back into this game and get some jitters into that Sri Lankan camp. Have 2 fresh men out there trying to work out how to go about maneuvering the ball into the gaps and keeping the board ticking. Run rate is not an issue.
Good, Lars. Very nice, Lars.
Almost worth against Fernando, bringing a couple of fielders up, enticing him to go over the top, seeing if he wants to take that risk.
And he needs to slow it down a bit as well. He's bowling a bit too quickly. 1-1-2 for 2.
Catch the Nissan Play of the Day. Go to ic-cricket.com. I wonder what the play of the day today will be. Will it be the catch on the boundary? Nissan Play of the Day. Looking at Stamesh. That catch on the boundary. As there's a change in bowler, Mason Crane.
Oh, that is a lovely start.
They're still happy with England. They're not ditching the team that turned up to support. They're still hoping. 72 for Sri Lanka to try and get. It's not a lot for Taylor to play with, but he's got to try and get something done. 5 in the circle.
Oh, that's well bowled.
And he'd like some magic from his leggy here, Mason Crane. Didn't go so well prior to the break. And then you could tell that he was nervous and that the situation had him well pumped up. Wide.
Also, you could tell that they were trying too hard to pick up a wicket, and when you start to do that, the ball just starts to stick in your hand a little bit longer. It doesn't come out nicely, especially from a leg spinner. You need the ball to be coming out of your hand nice.
Easy, Mason. Thanks. Back to point.
Little pause there for the camera.
Mason!
It's very close. Maybe a bit too close, guys. Hi, Dad.
Oh, so close. It was aerial for some time.
We see a few of the Englishmen, the ball just holding up as well, playing the ball in front of your body.
One 1-8 for 2.
और गाइस क्या चल रहा है?
अंकल फॉग चल रहा है।
सोचिए मत, क्योंकि बिना गैस वाला फॉग ही है इंडिया का नंबर 1 परफ्यूम बॉडी स्प्रे।
पता नहीं क्या चल रहा है यार।
क्यों? फॉग चल रहा है।
Dominic Hawke now alongside. Oh, there he is. Not Dominic, it's Bangladesh.
Come on, Dan.
Supporter.
Oh, ball done. Ball, Danny. Ball in, Dan.
Yeah, watching Dan Lawrence
Awesome,
operate. He's
Danny.
done a fabulous job. 1 for 17. I'd like another couple of wickets from him if he can deliver, just to put some pressure on, more pressure. But he seems to just be bowling but quickly.
Copy, Dan.
That's a slower one in comparison to what he's been delivering, and particularly to the new man. I want him to try and make his own pace off this surface that's quite slow.
Aye, Danny. Brilliant, Dan. Awesome, Lars. Lovely, Lars.
Yeah, that one was fired in 104
Brilliant, Lars.
kilometres per hour. You're right, yeah. A little bit more flight, I think.
Come on! Good.
120 for 2.
.65 more runs for Sri Lanka to go through to the semi-final. Super League semi-final. They will face India in that semi-final. It's all too easy at the moment. Perfect start for Sri Lanka, taking early wickets, restricting to 184. 120 for 2 means Sri Lanka 1 foot in the semi-final.
Shout of catch it and celebrate away.
Just didn't look out to me. This looks like it came straight off the pad. Big appeal from Mason Crane.
Little bit of a glove. That's what it looks like from that angle. I have to look at it again. Disappointment after the concerted appeal.
Few words as well from Mason Crane. He's just let Sri Lanka know exactly how he felt.
Little glove. Doesn't matter how little it is, it's a glove. Difficult to see that. You've got to hear the noise if you're the umpire, and it's tough in the subcontinent. Oh, hello. Bye, Steve. He's been pumped up, hasn't he, Mason Crane, from the start. His appeals have been vociferous and full of energy. Desperate, you can tell, with the way he started up and the way he's gone through as he's bowled. This just his 4th over, and it's just the thought of what he needs to do, what he wants to do, that seems to have him expending energy. Never mind the actual physicality of bowling.
Go!
1, 2, 4 for 2.
Go! Bye. Lovely done. Lovely loss. Lovely there, Lauren. Oh!
87 for 4 England were at this stage.
Come on, come on, lads!
Another close look at big appeal from Mason Crane.
Oh, ball. Ball, Danny. Awesome, Danny. Come on, fellas. Oh, lovely lads, lovely lads. Lovely lads.
Guess you gotta make your own fun. having a lovely time at the cricket. They do find a way, these ones. Off the edge and in the gap. Long chase, it's a fast outfield this. Lots of pace on it from Lawrence, and that takes it off to the fence. 1-2-9 for 2.
Shows how quick this outfield is. How quick he's bowling as well. Just open the face.
Late in the piece, Callum Taylor, 18 years old, heavily strapped up elbow, tennis elbow perhaps.
Well, he's bowling, Pommy, from the Mirpur police station end. The emergency for England as they need wickets.
Yeah, can he spear it in? A bit of a slingy action and get some pace up as well. And they surprised these Sri Lankans. What about some of these catches then? It's a brilliant one, Ricky Bowie. Take your pick, folks. Ooh. What a catch. Bangladesh skipper Mehdi Hassan. Oh yes. Yeah, he's got some gas. And surprising as well. He runs up and he's got this slingy action. Then he gets it through.
Surprise, isn't it? Reminds me a little bit of a Craig White. Just ambles in and all of a sudden just unleashes a thunderbolt. Few words as well. I don't know whether you need that. The position you're in, 56 of 148 deliveries.
Shouts of catch and it's gone fine. And not carried either. One bounce and Curran does the fielding.
You were there for this catch, Bobby.
What a catch it was. That's outstanding. What's impressive as he dives to the right is that he uses both hands. That was good as well. A cover. Tilanimesh might have misjudged it a little bit, but in the end he pulled up a stunner.
Yet it was a good catch because you quite rightly pointed out he did misjudge it. And Nimesh, I think, maybe looked like he didn't panic on the outside, but I think perhaps underneath.
Like a duck.
Flapping away underwater. Problem with the bat here that I think part of the tape that goes around is keeping the bat together, as you can see, is completely undone. All the umpires have their little scissors to either help cut things off boots and balls, and leather comes off the ball and they just trim it off.
Shouts of catch it, up in the air a long time. Oh, down. Curran. Not going England's way at all. 1-3-1 for 2.
हमारे इंडियन वैल्यूज क्या बात है
फेर लो
कोई हमें इंतजार कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं पापा पापा
1 मिनट
पर टीवी देखते वक्त क्या हो जाता है इंडियन वैल्यूज अब नहीं होगा क्योंकि वीडियोकॉन D2H में है अनलिमिटेड रिकॉर्डिंग टीवी को पॉज करो प्रेम से इंटरप्ट हो जाओ और सिर्फ ₹1 में इंडियन वैल्यूज को मेंटेन रखो वीडियोकॉन D2H फॉर इंडियन वैल्यू
Sam Curran tried to get himself in a position, eventually only just gets the end things. Could have been a good first over for Callum Taylor. Pace and bounce hasn't just gone England's way from the toss to the way that they batted to the way that they came out and bowled with the new ball.
Oh, back on you here, big lad.
It's unfortunately part of cricket.
Oh.
Beautiful shot. Not getting any better, is it? It's good for Sri Lanka.
It is good for Sri Lanka, but I am pleased to see from an English perspective only one fielder out. Just the deep mid-wicket. Fielder is out. The rest are in the circle. They've got the first slip. They've got cover mid-wicket in nice and close as well. And they've got to keep picking up wickets.
Come on, lads.
It's better. We want to keep bowling to Sri Lanka and as many dots as they can. There's still 50 runs required. Oh. Can you think of anything different, Dominic, that England can do?
Just got to try and take wickets now. Callum Taylor could have perhaps come into the attack a little bit sooner. A bit too quick from Van Lawrence.
Oh. 4 runs off it, 135 for 2.
What a performance from Sri Lanka. Dominated proceedings throughout the day. Does 50 more runs to win this quarter-final, third quarter-final in the ICC Under-19 World Cup. Take them through to the semi-final and they will face India.
Taylor to continue just putting in the ball short of a length. Got 2 men out on the boundary, deep square leg, deep fine, and then on the offside deep third and deep cover. So obviously the plan of attack is to go shorter. It nearly paid off in previous over. The road to the semi-final and to the final. Bangladesh and India have already made their way through. Obviously the winner from here, Sri Lanka versus England, goes and plays India. And then tomorrow is the fourth quarter final, Pakistan versus West Indies at Fatullah. Final to be played on the 14th of Feb. Oh dear. Not only is it a no ball, for height, it's gone all the way be a free hit as well. The wheels are falling off for England.
Buckled, never mind fallen off. Really sums up the day for England, this trying too hard because of the situation they find themselves in. It's a free hit.
They will bowl. Yorker length. Just trying so hard. And you don't blame them. You can't blame them. It's a quarter-final. They desperately wanted to perform well, performed extremely well throughout the group stages. Today, Sri Lanka too good.
Well, it'd be interesting, Lisa, to hear from the winning captain, of course, and to hear from him, but also from Brad Taylor. A lot of people expecting England to perhaps perform better today. I was one, definitely, and ask him about certain decisions.
Call for two. Now, we'll certainly get there too. I understand their performances were good in the group stages, but also I came across Bangladesh in the warm-up matches and they didn't perform well. My question is, maybe you can answer this after the break, they weren't challenged at all in their group stages. 9 runs coming off, and let's make it 10. Just some sloppy fielding there. It's 145 for 2.
A team that bid adieu to its legends is up against a team that is counting on experience in an epic T20 series. KTM T20 Trophy, India vs Sri Lanka, first T20, 9 February, Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
Just waking up this morning around the world and you think that perhaps there's a few mistakes on your screen. Well, there isn't. It's England who, at the moment, have been dismantled by Sri Lanka from first off.
Fernando's 78 is now the highest individual score in this tournament for Sri Lanka. What a time to play a key role at the top of the order. Well bowled, extremely well bowled. Really dipped on him the last minute. It was well played in the end.
Pace as well. That's the key. Held it back slower. Bounce, just 71 kilometres per hour. That's his slowest delivery.
Well, he has been bowling over 100, hasn't he, at some stages. Hopefully he's seen what he can do when he slows it up. Well, that just shows the intent of Sri Lanka. They don't want to stick around here. 150 up.
Well, Brad Taylor has to try something, even though they are going to lose this game quite comprehensively. He brought the field up, and the captain has decided it's time to put England out of their misery today.
Again, quicker delivery, 90. Partnership now 48. That's a camp that will certainly be happy. And 5 overs off, 150 for 2. And it's time for a drink.
मेरा पंगा खुद से ही फाइट करनी है। अगर मैं खुद से जीत गया तो कोई कितना भी बड़ा चैलेंज दे, मैं तैयार हूं। ले पंगा।
स्टार स्पोर्ट्स प्रो कबड्डी हर शाम 7:50 पर स्टार स्पोर्ट्स, स्टार गोल्ड और हॉटस्टार पर।
This broadcast is brought to you in association with TVS Motor Company, Bajaj Electric, Flipkart, State Bank of India, Gianni's Smartphone, and Idea Easy Share.
Every neighbor has a new way of expressing love, friendship, affection. Watch 5 neighbors battle it out for Asian supremacy in the Asia Cup T20. Starts 24th February live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
Sri Lanka then on the verge of qualifying for the semi-finals. They need 35 more to win from 126 balls. They're 150 for 2, chasing 185 for victory. It's been a consummate performance by the Sri Lankans. Vishka Fernando leading the way with his 79 not out. Set the tone with 4 successive fours off Sam Curran. That was before the lunch break. It gave England much food for thought. To be honest, England have never been at the races today, either with the bat or the ball in their hand. And Sri Lanka have made them look particularly second-rate. 79 not out then for Fernando. 81 balls, 8 fours and a 6. The final huddle for the England boys. Brad Taylor, the captain, will be hugely disappointed, I think, in this performance.
It will this type of experience for them to play here in an under-19 World Cup quarter-final. I'm hoping that the conversation there was, come on boys, let's lift. 35 runs, yes, we've got our backs against the wall, but we need to lift. We need to lift in the field. There needs to be a lot more talk. Hunt like a pack in the field. Let's see if we can create a few more opportunities, because we've all seen the game of cricket and stranger things have happened.
Certainly have, Lisa. It will be strange though if England manage to get these wickets. I wonder who's going to do it for them. Will it be Ben Green who's coming on to bowl now?
Nice, Gina. Lovely, Benny. Lovely, Benny. Nice, Gina.
Ben Green, who's now with Somerset, spent a lot of his formative years down in Devon.
Come, Greener, come, Greener. Benny Green. Hey. Nice, Greener.
Boleh kasi siya terapi na ba? Ikan kan na. Apa? Jadi ni ba ikan kan keadaan na.
I think England looking to Ben Green to just be the wicket taker here. He's had a disappointing tournament with the ball in his hand. England need somebody to create a little bit of magic. I'd have said it was going to be Mason Crane with his leg spin and googlies, but he didn't get off to the best of starts.
We've just seen Curran, Mahmood and Crane, they just tried too hard looking to create those chances instead of letting the pressure build and bowl in the right areas. You're just looking for that wicket-taking delivery, and when that happens, sometimes you start to stray in your line, your length, and the ball just gets stuck in your hand. And Sri Lanka hit every loose ball to the boundary.
Yeah, a lot of this is about temperament at this age group and at this level of competition. And if Sri Lanka have shown any nerves, then I've yet to see them. They were great with the ball, even though they wanted to bat first. The captain at the toss said he was disappointed because he wanted to bat first, but right away from the outset, first ball bowled, Sri Lanka has been on their toes, both in the field with the ball. They bowled accurately. There's not been an awful lot of turn in this pitch, but posed problems all the way through for England. And then when you think they might have got an element of nerves, they've set off in pursuit of this total. Modest 184 with verve and plenty of energy as well. Had a difficult half hour to bat before lunch. Got to 51 without loss after 8 overs. It really has been a fine performance. Edging away and beating short third man, and that'll be 4. 155 for 2.
Salam sir. मुन्ना, क्या चल रहा है? आजकल तो फॉग चल रहा है।
सोचिए मत, क्योंकि बिना गैस वाला फॉग ही है इंडिया का नंबर 1 परफ्यूम बॉडी स्प्रे।
53 off 73 deliveries.
Fitting that the captain should be part of this as well, Charit Asalanka.
One thing I have been impressed, not only with Sri Lanka but also Bangladesh as well, is their ability to milk the singles in that middle patch when the spinners are on. They haven't been too flustered about not finding the boundary. And I do believe that England had opportunities throughout their batting innings when both batsmen were in. They were creating those ones, those twos, but then all of a sudden they looked for that boundary, and that's when they lost their wicket and then lost momentum.
Yeah, it's also where they've got the advantage over in, balled up on dry and dusty surfaces against spin bowlers, so they're used to playing against the slower bowlers, much less so the English boys who generally get brought up facing a diet of medium fast bowling on greener, more seaming pitches. It's much more natural to the subcontinental players to play in these conditions. Just waiting there for that delivery. I wouldn't be surprised if we haven't got 4 subcontinental sides in the semi-finals. Pakistan play West Indies tomorrow. I'd back them to beat the West Indies and make it 4 out of 4 to join Bangladesh, India and Sri Lanka.
Well, lovely done.
Lawrence has given everything, hasn't he? Yes. His last delivery.
Oh, God lost. That's overboard.
It's the end for Dan Lawrence. 10 overs, 1 for 33. It's 156 for 2. Always busy in the centre of Dhaka. Cacophony of noise and rickshaws, cars, lorries, you name it, buses. Most of them at a standstill. That's the way to go. little rickshaw, very colourful and very enjoyable if you've got nerves of steel.
Ready? Come on, Benji!
Slow ball lofted into the leg side. It'll bring a couple. You have to hurry on that second run and do.
Well, it was ball picked up by Fernando. The ball out the back of his hand.
Yeah, I want England to be a little bit more attacking, a little bit more advanced. Take a couple of wickets, set Sri Lanka back. Field is set back, just waiting. There's a bit of an air of resignation, really, about England's performance at the moment.
There is, and that's why I said at that drinks break, I really wanted them to come out, run out to their positions, do a lot of chatter, get in the batsman's face. But they haven't done that at all.
Leg stump, full toss, getting the treatment away behind square. It's just a matter of a very short time now for Sri Lanka.
Well, just full and on his legs. And these batsmen, especially Fernando, will not say no to that as he moves on to 87, 9 fours and just the 1 6. Most impressive thing is strike rate of 96.
Looking to play that with half a bat down to third man, just missing out. Avishka Fernando's score is the highest by a Sri Lanka batsman in a knockout game of the Under-19 World Cup. He's within touching distance of 100 now. 13 he needs. Sri Lanka need 23. Will he get there? Oh, beautiful late cut off a ball that wasn't particularly short, but it's got him into the 90s, and Sri Lanka are 166 for 2.
Every neighbor has his own way of expressing love, friendship, and affection. Watch 5 neighbors battle it out for Asian supremacy in the Micromax Asia Cup T20. Starts 24th February live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
To celebrate that fact, Russell's alongside me.
There's a lot of class in Avishka Fernando. Avishka Gunawardena, the batting coach, was just in your screen and I just got carried away with seeing him. My ex-teammate, opening batsman.
Well, it's been a wonderful innings, a great mix of some dashing strokes against the new ball and then subtleties against the older ball. There he is, your mate, on the left of screen.
He used to bat like Jayasuriya right at the top, going after the bowlers. That's him, Avishka Gunawardena. The Sri Lankans have been raving about Avishka Fernando and saying he's not lived up to potential, but he's the man. He's got a lot of talent, and today he's showing us why.
It certainly is. It's good that he's coming into form at this stage of the competition as well. A quarter-final 90 and prospect of the semi-final coming up against India. They could spring might not be a surprise. They'll give India a real run for their money.
I'd like to see him stay not out though. 18 runs to get. Finish the job.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get 100 and be there at the end. He deserves that.
Sri Lanka, though, on the other hand, has had a bit of luck on his way. That's why you tend to think if England had dug in slightly deeper and got 20 runs more, this game would be a different game. It's about setting the tone, especially in subcontinent conditions.
Yeah, you're quite right with a lot of ifs, though, as far as England are concerned, and buts as well. They've been poor today, no question.
Yeah, it comes down to setting the tone. The two opening batsmen were dismissed early. All knew it's about seeing off that new ball. And then when they came out to bowl, that half an hour period before lunch, it was 51 for 8. And there were a lot of loose balls.
Beautifully played. Thinking about swaying out of the way, and then a little dab up and over the keeper's head for 4. On to 95 now, Fernando.
Oh, he's a clever player. Superb, really. Not a lot of pace in this pitch. Watching it all the way onto the bat. I've been very impressed with his footwork. Setting the tone. Don't think it's the decision at the toss. It's about starting strong.
Nearly there, the Sri Lankan boys, nearly in the semi-final. Is that out? A little bit of a top edge, so Fernando falls 5 short of 100, trying to concoct a little shot down to fine leg. He's really annoyed with himself because it's been a fantastic innings and he really did deserve 100.
Oh dear, oh dear. Nothing short, really. He's thrown it away. He's thrown a fantastic opportunity of getting 100. But he's done a job for the Sri Lankans. Yeah, it's been a thoroughly enjoyable knock to watch. Avishka Fernando on his way back for 95 of 96. It's 171 for 3.
Responsibilities बढ़ गई हैं, challenges बढ़े हैं, फैंस बढ़े हैं और सवाल भी, लेकिन कोई भी प्रेशर मेरा ब्लड प्रेशर नहीं बढ़ा सकता। पंगा कितना भी बड़ा हो जाए, चैंपियन हूँ, चैंपियन रहूंगा, ले पंगा।
स्टार स्पोर्ट्स प्रो कबड्डी हर शाम 7:50 पर स्टार स्पोर्ट्स, स्टार गोल्ड और हॉटस्टार पर।
Middle. Bullet right arm over. One delivery left. That was one over the shoulder, gentlemen. I
think this is the show.
Sham Shan has come to the crease at number 5. And he's off the mark, first ball, with a little outside edge down to fine third man for 4, beating Crane. 33 gone, 175 for 3.
Now, Mason.
It was going so well, Avishka Fernando, and he's found a way to get himself out. 10 required.
Yeah, just a formality now. 10 to win for Sri Lanka.
Berlin turns right over to you.
It's been a humbling experience as far as England are concerned, firmly put in their place by Sri Lanka yet again in these sort of conditions. Star for Sri Lanka, Fernando, who's just got himself out, and boy is he annoyed.
Got underneath it, hoping to get it away, but if there was extra pace, of course, it would have flown off.
Come on, mate. 6 in this over then, mate.
Crane. It's been expensive. Well, I think it was to do with the fact that he was asked to come into the attack a lot earlier.
Well, England have put themselves under pressure. They felt they were 50 runs short in terms of the total they posted at 184. Because of that, they've had to press, or they felt they've had to press with the ball in their hand. And if you haven't got the runs to bowl at, then you are going to be in trouble.
Oh, Mason! Lovely boy! Oh, Mace!
Just looks like they're wearing two different t-shirts, the two batsmen. But Sri Lanka actually has a sweater on.
Oh, listen.
Well, it's chilly out there by Sri Lankan standards, isn't it?
Nice, Mace. Nice.
This morning it was, Paul. Not now. It's warm out there.
Everywhere's chilly by Sri Lankan standards. Good little shimmy to get him in position to pull over straight mid-wicket for 4. Just 6 needed. It can be finished in one blow now.
Too easy for Sri Lanka. He's been very consistent at this level, and he's not too far away from taking the next step up. Crane having a lot to say.
Oh, fuck.
It's better from Crane. It's got to be full. Nothing for short. He'll be desperately disappointed. He bowled well in the tournament up in Chittagong. He's gone for 31 in less than 5 overs here. And 79 for 3. Disappointment palpable within England's ranks. They were touted as one of the favourites for the tournament coming into this quarter-final. They played so well in the group stages, and yet again, when faced with pace off the ball and wiles of Sri Lankan spinners, have fallen short.
Sri Lanka get those 6 runs required. It'll be the 3rd time that they'd be making an under-19 World Cup semi-final. Previously in 2000, they were runners-up, losing to India. Then they made the semi-finals in 2010 as well. Bangladesh and India, they got 2 very good sides, and to me you'd have to say that they were the favourites. This was the test for England, because in their group they did not come up against a subcontinent team who you'd expect to know these conditions well.
Yeah, well, England lost to Bangladesh in a warm-up. They lost to India twice before Christmas. They lost to Sri Lanka before Christmas as well, which gives you a bit of a clue.
Hence it was tough for me to understand the favourite tag.
So wide down the leg side. Well, they were favourites given that the way they played in the group. I mean, they were rarely troubled, but as you quite rightly say, Russell, they didn't have anybody of real note to face.
True. But at this level, it's all about learning. They're better for the experience.
Yeah, they won't think that at the moment, though, these boys.
There it's all about the ifs. What could I have done? Why not?
Well, they've got to go into the playoffs now. They've lost or about to lose this game.
They spent a lot of time over the last couple of months in these conditions, and you can't forget they've been very good performances, individual performances.
Good pace from Mahmood. Very well played.
Here's a plus. Saqib Mahmood. The way he's used the conditions, it is never easy for a faster bowler come out here and make an impact.
No, I agree with you. I tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see him a little bit more effective with the new ball. He's been very good when he's come back in the end, at the end of the innings, taking 2 4-wicket hauls at the end of the innings. It's learning to bowl with the new white ball that he has to do.
Because the lengths, the effective lengths are different. The skill levels, the way you use the seam.
Just 4 to win. As Mahmood comes round the wicket, England boys really just going through the motions. There's a slip in place. We're down to third man, might come back for 2. No, settling for 1.
From the Sri Lankan point of view, of course, it was good to see that they've lifted after the loss. The effort in the field, especially across the ground, is a plus, and also Avishka Fernando finding form.
Good Yorker.
Because going into the semi-finals, where India are waiting. They're going to need their A game to get past India. Would probably look like the best balance and the balanced team that is. They seem to have the best equipped team.
Yeah, they look good, India, I agree. I just want to see them play under pressure. I've been impressed with Sri Lanka today. Never got themselves into anything approaching a nervous state or an excitable state. Saw that from Bangladesh until the last 10 overs yesterday. 182 for 3 here. Very easy to become overexcited, and that in itself causes problems.
Yeah, getting carried away is more often an issue. Best fielding side in the tournament so far, the teams that I've seen, has been Bangladesh. Extremely good in the field. Not 1 or 2 players, almost everyone.
Yeah, don't leave Sri Lanka out of it as far as fielding sides go. Seen some stunning bits of fielding today. Brilliant catch from Nimesh right out on the boundary as an example of that. Too little to take from England, leg slip and short extra cover, but at least there's a gesture of attack now.
Pitching outside leg stump, wasn't that the wrong end?
I don't think it was close enough to be given on a number of counts. I wonder why. The question must be asked why England have waited so long to attack. It's a futile gesture now. It would have been nice to see this in the 8 overs before the lunch break. Bowled him round his legs. Googly, bowled round his legs. Mason Crane gets the wicket. Sri Lanka's captain is undone in side of the finishing line.
No few words being said. You've got your man. Let him go on his way. He joked himself, trying to get it finer. Something we don't like to see. Now Sri Lanka is taking his team close to that target. He's gone for 34. It's 182 for 4.
A team that bid adieu to its legends is up against a team that is counting on experience in an epic T20 series. ATM T20 Trophy, India vs Sri Lanka, first T20, 9 February, Tuesday at 6:30 PM live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
Mason!
Yeah, just shout at me, mate. Vishad Randika coming in to mop up things for Sri Lanka. 4 balls left. 4 balls left in this over, 3 left now as Crane gets a bit of turn.
Such a tough time in the sense there's nothing to gain coming at this stage as a batsman. Get yourself out, it's tough on your confidence.
Swept away. Could this be it for Sri Lanka? Yes, it's going to be. The fine sweep for 4 propels Sri Lanka into the semi-finals of the ICC Under-19 World Cup. They've thoroughly played England here today in Mirpur. It's been a frustrating day for England and a day of elation for Sri Lanka.
A team that bid adieu to its legends is up against a team that is counting on experience in an epic T20 series. ATM T20 Trophy, India vs Sri Lanka, first T20, 9 February Tuesday at 6:30 PM live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
I know exactly what hairstyle I'm going to give him, but he doesn't know. Yeah.
So how about something like this? Aerodynamic, it's intimidating, this afro, it's blonde mohawk.
पत्थर मारेंगे रोड पे लोग.
Captain साहब को इतना stress नहीं देते. What about the Mahi look? It won you the ICC World T20.
अरे नहीं.
Try it for your fans.
आप भी अपनी तैयारी कर लो. T20 cricket's biggest show comes to India with the ICC World T20, March 2016.
मैडम तो तैयार है, और आप क्या तैयारी करोगे?
So congratulations all round then for the Sri Lankans, the England team going through the handshakes, umpires included, and quite right too. Sri Lanka then getting to 186 for 4, given a great start by Bandaru, who made 22, particularly Fernando, who set off like a house on fire. 95 from 96 he made, falling just short of his century. Asalanka, the captain, made 34, and it was finished by Ashan and Randika.
Had a lot to do, the English bowlers, and he didn't start off well. That put them under added pressure, but Mahmood showed why he was the leading wicket taker in the tournament. But England really did need a lot more from Crane.
England electing to bat first then could only make 184. Callum Taylor top scoring with 42. Hasaranga with career best figures, 3 for 34. Fernando 2 for 16. Asalanka 1 for 14. Mendis 1 for 13. Sri Lanka bowling their overs so quickly and getting England out that they had to start batting prior to the lunch break. I always think that's a little bit of a disadvantage to the side batting second, but they made light work of it, getting to the lunch break on 51 without loss from 8 overs. And afterwards Fernando went on to 95, falling just 5 short of his century, as Sri Lanka got to 186 for 4 with tons of time to spare. So this is where we're up to now. Bangladesh beat Nepal by 6 wickets. India won comfortably against Namibia, and Sri Lanka even more so against England. So those are 3 of the 4 quarter-finalists, the 4th to be decided tomorrow when Pakistan play the West Indies. Let's go down to join Dominic Cork. He's got the player of the match with him.